Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with a finished journal and also just some packaging that I've made. This is actually a gift for a colleague who's retiring in a couple of weeks. She's worked for the place that I work for decades. I've only known her probably the last 4 or 5 years, really, since the pandemic, and I'm really going to miss her. And I just wanted to make her something that would mean something, hopefully, to her. The whole inspiration for this journal came from this that I found while I was on holiday. It was a beautiful little gift shop, and it said, "Your sparkle has not gone unnoticed." For various reasons, that is such a message that I want to give her. She's very special, she's very kind, very caring, but circumstances perhaps where we work do not always reflect, or credit is maybe not always given, or I'm not sure, but I just wanted to say your sparkle has not gone unnoticed. So the packaging itself, anything I've used I'll try and list down below. The bag topper idea I had off Odulcina Scrap Anne. I will list her down below. She actually sells bag toppers. This is not a bag topper, but this is one of her, it's like a faux sampler, and all I've done is cut off the bottom, which would have carried on here, to turn it into a bag topper. I've popped some crochet trim here, obviously popped a hole in there and popped the heart through. And then I made one of her altered paper clips, which is what attaches it to the bag. Just popped a little rose on there. The whole theme is a rose, and I just really love that. So that's a good way to keep the bag closed. I'll leave that. Oh, I won't leave that in shot actually, because. So going into the journal itself, this is a printable from Gi Kerr Happiness in Crafting. I've used these lots of times. And obviously they're just great for personalising somebody's journal. So obviously that's G, that's her initial. It's very much rose and flower themed. This is some Tim Holtz, the wallpaper that he does. I love that. I just thought that was such a pretty cover. And then what I actually did was just pop the ribbon before I popped the G on. I just popped some ribbon. I've put it through it's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I popped it through there just to keep it nice and secure. So going into the journal, I did want to put a "This Book Belongs To," so there's that there. A little Gi Kerr again. This is one of her printables, Happiness in Crafting. I'll try and, yeah, she'll be linked with the initial. That is like a page, kind of a tab, but it's just something a bit different, and it's obviously double-sided. This is some handmade, not by me though, handmade paper that actually has petals in it, and I love that. So what I wanted for this journal was places for her to journal, maybe her memories of her long, working career, or possibly, if not, if she doesn't want to dwell in the past with retirement gifts, it's nice, perhaps people want to put their plans. So it could be memories of the past or plans for the future. I always think that with retirement gifts. This is a little scrap notepad that I made. I love these, and that obviously I've just turned it into an over the page hanger. This is some vintage dot matrix paper that I've got. In here I've used an envelope, which I'll show in a minute, as a flap. That's the flap of the envelope, just as a little tuck, and popped a little mini Tim Holtz clip. I love these because they're so small, they're not sort of obtrusive. This is from Ruby and Pearl. This is actually a huge A4 sheet. She's done like a collage sheet. I just cut it down to the parts that I liked, which was obviously the roses. Pretty to look at, lots to journal in there. So then, like I said, I've made this roses. I've got some rose napkin, so I just decoupaged that onto a book page. In here I made a little sort of a journaling card, so again she can write on that, and just stitched around that. It has a really lovely robust feel. That's some manuscript, blank manuscript paper, so obviously when you've popped that on there, it just makes a really lovely, I'm not going to try and fiddle with that clip at the minute, but it makes a lovely tuck for things to go in. And because it's clipped on, you can then pop something under there, or you can hide your writing under there. This is some embossed paper. It's just some paper I've got, and I've run it through my embossing machine. So again, it's just a plain piece of paper. You can write on it if you like, but just having that embossing, which I hope comes up on the screen. Is it going to come up? It just adds a bit of detail. These are some stickers I've got, so I just popped one on there. Another sticker. This is, I think it was Tsunami Rose, one of the printables I've got of hers, which are little like mason jars or jam jars. I just love that on there. I've done a variety of papers, as you can see. Oh, this is actually very similar. It's probably one of the other ones of this that I've done. But this time I've cut the whole of the card off. You see how normally it comes as, let me just, oh, it's clipped on, but anyway, it usually comes as one big long card. This one, I've just chopped the top off, and the reason I did that, because I think that makes a lovely tuck, so she could write something and tuck it under there, you see? Or just leave it as it is, really. It's pretty. Some printable lace paper. I love that kit that I've got. I think that's Caroline's Craft Tree, one of her freebies. Popped some lace there. I've glued it at the top just to make like a fabric flip. Again, if you were writing, it just hides it away a little bit. This is Anne Gi Kerr. This is, I can't remember the name, but this is one of her kits. I'll try to link that down below. This, I think, was Which Craft Do You Do? It could have been, I think, this label. Just popped it there. I thought it was quite interesting. And another one there. I really don't know what it is. I just love those. This turned into a flip so that you can write up here, right here, and then hide it all away. And I just punched the edge of these papers, which is actually the middle of this signature, with some rose scrapbooking paper that I really liked. Again, I've done another flip here just to match the other side. I like it to sort of flow or be a bit cohesive. The other side of that paper, and some more. This is actually my favourite page layout in the whole book. I don't know what it is. I think it reminds me of a petticoat or layered clothes. I don't know. I love this image. This is definitely Rose and Pearl, and I've just turned that into a little flip again. Loads to write there, but so pretty. I just love how that whole ripped look. I think as well, because obviously that was a ripped edge as well. Just really love how that looks. That's my favourite bit. Some more of the Caroline's Craft Tree. Popped a bit of lace trim along there. Not really, I don't think that would really hold anything, but it's just pretty. Lots to write. This is an Arty Maze. Can't remember what kit that's from. I think it's a bird kit or something anyway. I used that just as a little pocket there. And this is some, I think this is also her paper. So I've shrunk it right down, done some ripped edges, and it's just done on pink, and I just thought that was really nice. Tucked in there again, memories, plans, whatever she'd like. I also like this. This is a freebie. I can't remember where this is from. I've had it ages, years. I just popped that on some brown parcel paper. I love that. Reward of merit. I feel she ought to deserve that, really. A reward of merit. And that pops in there. It's the other side of that embossing. Right, I've left that there to remind me. So this is the manuscript paper here. This is the ticket, a ticket that I've got. And that I thought was nice. If you got a scrap of paper, just a little bit, you could pop either a really little tag in there or just like your notes. But I've left that just to remind me. Yeah. Just some detail there. This is the other side of that dot matrix paper. And this time I've folded it over and just popped a border down there. So again, you can write all in there, but that actually does hold this faux postcard. Love this carte postale with the roses, lots to write, and that gets clipped in there with another little clip, paper clip that I altered just with a bit of a ribbon on it. So that goes on there. And then over the page, yes, that was holding this guest check. Again, I chose that just because it's got the roses on there. Rose sticker on the handmade paper. Another one of those G Kerr that we had right at the beginning, you know, like a little page tab, but that's a little corner one. And that holds this. This is again Odulcina Scrap Anne's idea. I will try and link this below. She did a tutorial on this where she adds lace to a journaling card, and the point of that being that you can write on here and then just, you know, hide it away, and it it's just something different, isn't it? Instead of just having a journaling card. I just did a few stitches along there to keep it on. So that goes in there, the other side of that, and that's the back of the book. So that is everything. I really hope I'll put it all back together again after. I really hope she likes it, and I hope you've enjoyed looking at it. And maybe if you want to make something similar or some of the elements from it, with the videos linked down below, you'll be able to do that. All right, so that's all for now. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.